The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Thanks to you, O Lord.
As Jesus passed by, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the customs post. He said to him, "Follow me." And he got up and followed him. While he was at table in his house, many tax collectors and sinners came and sat with Jesus and his disciples. The Pharisee saw this and said to his disciples, "Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?" He heard this and said, "Those who are well do not need a physician, but the sick do. Go and learn the meaning of the words, 'I desire mercy, not sacrifice.' I did not come to call the righteous, but sinners." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Early this morning I received a phone call to give last rites to someone in Roseville, so I didn't really have a chance to prepare a homily. So just some brief traffic thoughts. When we hear this gospel, it's difficult to enter in and hear it as the initial Jewish people did. So when our Lord says to Matthew, "Follow me," a tax collector, you have to think of maybe the profession or like a group of people that you find the most despicable, that would be cultural rejects, and think, our Lord chose him? Right? That weasel, that slime ball? And then even more, to be eating dinner at his house with sinners. And I didn't have a chance to look up exactly who sinners were, but I think it's like, he's eating with prostitutes and drug addicts or the like. And it would be if you heard, "Gosh, Father Leatherby last night had dinner with prostitutes and convicts," you go, "What? Right? Well, what is he doing?" I mean, it's scandalous. It would have been a cultural shock for these people to hear this. Now, how does this apply to us? Because we can hear this and go, "Gosh, that's so beautiful. Our Lord did this." But we might not have felt that way if we lived at those times. But then to apply it to ourselves, I think it's actually very difficult for people of faith to realize that even for us, we don't fully accept those words, that He came not for the righteous but sinners. Because oftentimes I'll be talking to people of faith, and it's interesting where they're struggling with a certain sin, and they distance themselves from our Lord. I need to kind of get things back together and then I can return to Mass. Or, "Gosh, Father, I've kind of dropped off on my prayer life because I just don't feel worthy to go spend time with our Lord. I'm struggling in this way or that." It's like, no, that's when to go to our Lord. Right? He didn't come because you're righteous. Right? That's not what He wants from you. He doesn't want your righteousness. Right? He wants your sins. That's what He came to take away. And so to read the saints and someone like St. Therese, "If I had all the sins in the world, I would run to our Lord." And typically, I don't think that's what we do. If we're struggling with sin, that's when we distance ourselves from Him. And He wants to totally break down that way of thought. Right? To expel that from our minds. I want you precisely because you're broken. Because that's why you need me. So come to me in your brokenness. And don't hide your brokenness from me. When you come before me, don't say, "Oh Lord, I've been so good, and so, I have all that to offer." No, Lord, I'm here because I need you so badly.